Emergency history lesson and a currently breaking news. Puerto Rico has been a part of the USA since 1898.
You probably remember Christopher Columbus, 1492. He sailed the ocean blue and then snitched us out back to Spain. Yeah, so since he never made it up here to the future continental USA, where did he actually discover? Well, he pulled up right at this forgotten spot in the Caribbean on the Taino people, including the island of Puerto Rico. So after that, Spain comes back and colonizes most of Central and South America, including all of these islands right here, just past the Gulf of and Cantalo Chisme. That's why there's so many Spanish names in the Americas, like San Juan, Santo Domingo, Havana, Florida, Nevada, California. Oh wait, yeah, hella US states were also a part of Nueva España and later Mexico. So if we're being technical, Spanish has been spoken in the continental USA 100 years before English ever was. And if you count in the indigenous languages that survived colonization, plus the settlers from all over the world, linguistic diversity is why the USA has never had an official language. But I'm glad you stay glazing England in English, because our founding fathers, not so much. Meanwhile, Spain kind of starts to fall off in the late 1800s at the exact same time that the USA is on their manifest destiny type shift into a global superpower. So President James Monroe is basically like, hey, Euro bros, you missed the boat. Literally, party's over, stay in your lane forever, do not come over here, we run this side. And Spain is like, bro, please, we already lost Mexico, can you please just let us keep running our game in the Caribbean? So things get messy, like the USA puts up a naval blockade around Cuba, and the Spanish-American War pops off in 1898. But hey, at least we all learned our lesson, and surely there won't ever be another major geopolitical crisis ever again in Cuba. Anyways, the USA wins the Spanish-American War after a few months and picks up a few souvenirs for the new empire, mainly Guam, the Philippines, and Puerto Rico. And once the war ended in August, some of the islanders were pretty glad to be rid of Spain, like, bye, we could use them around us in ti, pero the USA is like, hey, good news, you're free, and even better news, we're staying. So ever since then, Puerto Rico has been a US territory commonwealth, and it becomes a huge military and commercial outpost. Hawaii's like, I think I've seen this film before. But some Puerto Ricans, or Boricuas, which is the indigenous name, do want to have statehood or even complete sovereignty. So what they all agree on is that Puerto Rico is under-resourced. So even though they are US citizens, have US passports, use US dollars, are subject to the draft, and have served honorably in every war since World War I, they still cannot vote for president and have no representation in Congress. Chat, what was the thing we always used to say? No taxation without representation? Yeah. TLDR, Puerto Ricans are super American. And I hope he plays with Novelita.